So this is my experience. It's not a medical experience, but this is what I went through. So I took my first dose on the 10th of August, and after when they were giving us the before they gave us the vaccination, one of the instructors told us that we're going to have some side effects, some effect that, I mean, if you there's some things we experience, and there's some things he mentioned, that if you have hypertension, if your BP is higher than 150, if you're on some drugs, if you're breastfeeding, or if you're pregnant, you can't take these drugs. So I don't have any of that. I went with my husband. So, but after we took the drugs, after we took the immunization, like, I had to drink some fluid. When we're coming back, I was feeling some sort of wooziness, as if drums of sounds were going through my head. I was holding my head. I was feeling drowsy. I was feeling tired. I told my husband, "Well, like, yeah, that's one of the things." So when we go home, I started feeling severe headache. I took some painkillers, and then slept for like 1 hour before my kids came back from school. Then after then, it was hell for me. My husband was having similar symptoms, but for me, it was not funny. My hands were swollen as if it was going to pull out, and I couldn't raise up my hand. I was feeling drowsy. I was having malaria symptoms. So I'm like, I'm telling my husband, and I was having the swollen. I think the place where the injection was injected was swollen. I was like, what happened? And I went. Then that evening, I took my children to the hospital. I did I checked my heart rate and my BP. On that day I was taking it was 1:30 in the afternoon, and I took my BP. In the evening it was 1:55. The doctors were like, "What in the world happened?" I told them I had coronavirus vaccination. They're like, "Oh," now give me one of those pills they put under the tongue, and it was for like 3 days, 4 days. I was in hell. I was like, so if the vaccination is this intensive, if something that's supposed to prevent you from having it, or when you can fight against this, how intensive is the sickness, the vaccine, the coronavirus itself? It was a mess. I felt as if, I can't just explain in words how the feeling was, but I know that it was not something that anybody should joke with. This is my own experience. It was not funny. It was not something that we should joke about and everything. So if you have not had your vaccination, I would advise for you to have it, or if you don't want to have it, that's fine. But this is the experience I have. As of today, I took it on Tuesday last week. That's like 6 days now. As of today, I'm feeling better. I sleep a lot, because during the night I'm watching Netflix. Was just that time for me to catch up. But now I'm feeling a lot better. So if you have, this is my experience, but if you have different experience, please send me a message down my Instagram. I'll post my Instagram handle and my email. Send me a message so I can explain for that. Then my next dose is going to be on the next month. Yes, and I'm also going to post some of the experiences I had, and I had, and some of the things I do and I will do before the next vaccination. Thank you so much for staying tuned with me. See you again in our next video.